I want you to think about the last time your plans got changed. The last time you saw your life heading down a certain path, and all of a sudden someone or something said to you, hey, the plans have changed. We're not going over here anymore. Now we're going over here. Maybe someone said those words to you. Maybe it was just circumstances. Maybe it just became clear to you over time that you had to go in a different direction than the one you were planning on. But for whatever reason, the plans changed. How'd that make you feel? A little troubled, a little unsettled? I want you to think about Mary and how her plans changed, how she felt when it became clear to her that the plan she had for her life was suddenly going to look a lot different than she had imagined. Here she is, a young teenager. She's engaged to be married. She's like a plane on the runway, just waiting to take off. She can envision a future with Joseph, a house, some children, a quiet life in the village, maybe raising some crops, some animals. And all of a sudden, one day, this angel comes to her and says, basically, Mary, the plan has changed. You are highly favored. You've been chosen by God to bear his son. And from that moment on, Mary's life radically, unalterably changed. Think about how difficult that conversation must have been with her parents. I'm pregnant. She's a teenager. She's pregnant. She's not married yet. Or think about telling Joseph, Joseph, I'm pregnant and you're not the dad. How difficult was that? Mary's life radically changed completely. Step into her shoes for a minute and try to understand what that was like. And it makes her response all the more amazing. In Luke 1:38, she responds to all of these events with these words, I am the Lord's servant. Let it be to me according to your word. I am the Lord's servant. Let it be to me according to your word. There's a famous song, of course, with that title, Let It Be, right? The Beatles made that famous. Let it be to me according to your word. So Mary becomes an example for us, a picture of us, of what it means to be open to God's new action through us. Mary was the first person to carry God's presence inside of her. And so in a way, she becomes a model for all of us believers who now carry God's Spirit in us. The same God, by the way, who sometimes comes to us and says, James, the plan has changed. We're not going over here anymore. We're going to go over here. Can I be open, as Mary was, to God's new action through me? Can I say to God, I am your servant. Let it be to me according to your word. May we, like Mary this week, be open to God's new action through us. Let it be. Amen.